blood sugar can be extremely dangerous if left unchecked. The side effects can be severe. If you haven't had a blood test in a while, you could be at risk, and this is more common than you might think. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 8 signs that your blood sugar is too high. Some of these might seem obvious, but some of them, like number 6, often go overlooked, but they are not to be ignored. I really can't stress this enough. Now, before I get into the symptoms, I'm quickly going to go over what causes high blood sugar and why it is such a concern. But if you want to skip ahead to the symptoms, I always have timestamps on the progress bar, so you can use those to skip ahead. Okay, so when we talk about blood sugar, we're talking about the concentration of glucose, which is sugar, in our bloodstream. A healthy person should have around 4 grams or 1 teaspoon of sugar in their blood at all times. Now, of course, after we eat and our food is broken down into sugar, this will go up, but our body always wants to maintain homeostasis. So in someone who's metabolically healthy, hormones will be released and that blood sugar will be brought back down. Temporary increases in blood sugar like this are normal, like after eating, when exercising, or during bouts of stress. But chronically high blood sugar is not normal. And this is where problems start. So what would cause your blood sugar to be elevated for long periods of time? Hyperglycemia is usually seen in diabetics, but even if you haven't been diagnosed, high blood sugar can mean you're insulin resistant or pre-diabetic. So if you experience any of the symptoms we're going to talk about in today's video, you need to get your blood sugar checked as soon as possible, because it could mean a couple different things. Chronic high blood sugar can be a sign of type 1 or type 2 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is where the body doesn't produce insulin or doesn't produce enough of it. So this means that glucose stays in the blood. If you're type 1 diabetic, you need to inject insulin in order to control your blood sugar. Now, type 2 diabetes is the opposite. You will have high blood sugar, but it's caused from your body producing too much insulin and your cells resisting it. Both types lead to chronically high blood sugar, which, if left unchecked, can cause serious health problems. So let's get into the 12 warning signs. Number 1 is that you're always thirsty. Excessive thirst, no matter how much water you drink, is a clear warning sign. When blood sugar is too high, the kidneys work overtime to remove excess glucose. This causes fluid loss, which leads to dehydration and constant thirst. So if you're drinking more water than normal but still feeling thirsty, this is a good indicator. Number 2 is frequent urination, especially waking up throughout the night to pee. Again, your body is trying to flush out the excess glucose. And of course, excess thirst and frequent urination go hand in hand. Number 3 is brain fog and difficulty concentrating. If you're struggling to focus or feeling mentally sluggish, maybe more so than normal, this can be an indicator that your blood sugar is too high. High blood sugar affects neurotransmitter levels, disrupting brain function. Over time, this can damage blood vessels in the brain, leading to poor circulation and reduced oxygen flow. So if you experience constant brain fog, this is not something to ignore. Number 4, constant fatigue and low energy. If you are someone who feels like they're getting enough sleep, but you're still constantly tired throughout the day, this can be another red flag. When your blood sugar is high and not coming back down, your cells aren't getting the energy they need. Instead of using glucose efficiently, your body stays in a state of energy depletion. And of course, if your cells aren't able to use the energy, then you're going to feel tired. Number 5, dizziness and lightheadedness. High blood sugar could be the culprit. Dehydration from frequent urination affects blood pressure. Blood vessel damage reduces circulation, leading to dizziness and unsteadiness. Now, before I get into the final 3 signs, I'm going to quickly take a moment to tell you about today's sponsor, Butchercraft. One of the best ways to keep your blood sugar stable, to bring high blood sugar down, to avoid blood sugar spikes, is by eating enough protein, and especially high-quality, nutritious animal protein. This is because protein doesn't break down into sugar, so it won't spike your blood sugar. It also slows down the digestion of carbohydrates, reducing post-meal glucose spikes. Butchercraft sources premium quality meat from small farms in Australia, so you get the best protein for your health. All of their beef and lamb is 100% grass-fed and finished. All of their chicken and pork is pasture-raised, and their seafood is wild-caught. And right now, they're offering 15% off your first box with code HCKate15, plus free steak for life. So you can check them out by heading to healthcoachkate.com/butchercrowd, and make sure to use my promo code so you get that savings. They ship Australia-wide, and you can change, pause, or cancel your subscription at any time. Moving on to sign number 6 is a dry mouth, especially when you first wake up in the morning. And many people don't make the connection between this and high blood sugar, but it is another key indicator. Number 7, nausea. High blood sugar can cause nausea, bloating, and stomach pain. When glucose levels are out of control, digestion slows down, leading to discomfort. Some people even experience acid reflux or bloating after eating. This is a warning sign that your body is struggling to process sugar. Number 8, shortness of breath. Feeling out of breath more often than you normally do can be another sign. High glucose levels impact lung function, reducing the body's ability to transport oxygen efficiently. This leads to shortness of breath, even with light activity. So if these symptoms are ringing true to you and you haven't had your blood sugar tested recently, you need to do that right now. Because like I said at the start of this video, high blood sugar is not something to ignore. The consequences can be severe. Now, the good news is, if you do get your blood sugar checked and if you do have high fasting blood sugar, maybe you're diagnosed with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, there are ways you can bring it down naturally. And I'm going to link to a video I did last week or the week before on how to do that. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section when the last time you had your blood sugar tested was and what your fasting blood sugar was. And if you have any other questions, leave them down there as well. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.